Hello everyone, I hope you're doing well. Welcome to another session of the National Education Cycle for High School Portugal. In this session, we're going to be talking about how to target opportunity providers and the most suitable way to know how to create the most suitable target list that you need to use to approach the opportunity providers overall. So first thing first is get to know me. So this is your Fasi Amin. I'm the OMCVP ICX. We're going to be delivering this space. And the objective session is for you to understand why is it important to create a suitable target list and how to mostly create it, how to filter it, and how to create HPLs. So when we talk about HPLs, we're talking about something very important, which is what is HPL overall. So it has like two sentences that can explain it. So they both have the same meaning. So first, it's HPL stands for high potential leads. So we're talking about the leads that are highly potential to be contacted to open projects, and also we're talking about high priority list. So which is the list that is a high priority to be contacted. So as you can see, it has the same meaning, but in two different sentences that can explain it. It's up to you to choose, but you'll hear a lot in your ICX journey, especially as a salesperson. You'll hear a lot the word HPL. And we're talking about why is it important, simply because it allows you to identify good fit customers, and it allows you to save your time, and allows you to customize your services and your offer for that target and opportunity provider. And also it improves conversion rates and brings better results for you, so that when you know that you approach the right target, you should know that you will have much better chance to convert it to an open. And talking about how to select HPLs, so there's a lot of things that you need to take into consideration before considering a target that this is an HPL. There's a lot of matrix that you need to take into consideration. These are the minimums, let's say, that you need to take into consideration before considering to shift and to consider a partner as an HPL, as a high potential lead. First thing first is the supply and demand. So you don't add a target to your target list before you know that your demand or your IR partners, they are asking for that project, or they're asking for that type of projects. So I don't know what example can I give, but for example, if you're in terms of GT, so if your IR partners are asking for marketing project, there is no point for you to open a business development project at the moment, because your IR partners are asking for marketing. So if you open any business development projects, there is no point of them, and they will most probably not be approved. Talking about the financial capacity, and as you know that we are asking opportunity providers to sign contracts where they have to pay fees, or they have to cover accommodation, which is two minimums. So we need to target people and partners, potential partners, that have this kind of capacity, financial capacity, to cover our costs that we need to be covered. And personally, I believe that we should target the opportunity providers that are most suitable to cover the whole accommodation, because it's very expensive for us and we cannot cover it in any different way. The history of approaches, so you need to check if you made any kind of approaches with this target before. So you need to understand what went well, what went bad, what was their output, were they interested before and we should recontact them, did they give us a straight no and they said we're not going to be working, not interested, etc. Their working timeline, so for example, if you have like a partner that wants to work from a period of November, December, but in that period you know that there is no absolute EPs that are interested in working in having an exchange in that period, so there is no point to open a project in that time. So you'll be losing the opportunity, and you'll be losing the partner and the fees and all of that. So it is very important. And also the location of the opportunity provider, if it's located in your campus, outside of your campus, are you allowed to contact them? And also one more important thing is that is the area where the opportunity provider is located, is it a good area or not? Is like there's like accessibility to transport? Is the EP, if the EP gets realized, will the EP having like the minimum of living costs in there? So those are all things that you need to take into consideration. And to give an example about this, I decided to take the example of private school to explain it more. So when we talk about private school, we're talking about supply and demand. So when you look at your supply from all over the world, you will see that all the global plenary, they are asking for global teacher project, they're asking for global classroom project, they're asking for scale up projects, they're scale up, and even in global talent they're asking for a business administration project that we can work with private schools. So in terms of supply and demand, we have this kind of targets. It's very aligned to what we need. And also they're financially speaking, they get well paid from students. So you know that students pay money to get educated in those schools, so they pay a lot of money, and I don't know how much exactly, but I'm sure that for whatever class they attend, they pay money for it. So if you get them EPs that will teach, they will pay money to be taught. If you get them EPs that to work with, they will get money to for their services. So they are very much capable to cover any kind of expenses that we can ask for. And work in terms of work timeline, so they work from September to June. You know the school timeline. There's also the period of holidays. There's a period of exams, blah blah blah. But we can also talk about the possibility of summer school, and we can open a lot of projects for this period of summer, as it is aligned to our summer peak. And talking about the history of approaches, so we need to make sure that if we made an approach before with them, most of the approaches made before, they talk to us and they say like, I'm interested in working with you, but not quite at the moment. Like, I want to work with you, but now I don't have the time for that, or I don't have the capacity, or I don't want to have it now. We will think about it in the next month, or in the next semester, or in the next year, etc. So these are considered as high potential lead because they are most probably they're interested, but they're most probably to have it in the future. So we should prioritize them in the future. And also the location of the company or of the NGO in our campus, in your campus as an LC. So is it located in your campus? Is it are you allowed to approach them and to make contacts or not? And talking about how to filter, so you know that we use HubSpot as our CRM to manage our partners overall. So when you open the company site, you will see all the companies. So you should use a filter. In the filter, you choose an LC and you choose your LC to know which are the companies or which are the NGOs that you're allowed to approach and to contact overall. And it will give you accessibility to see them all. And then you need to go through that list to see which are the most suitable companies or NGOs, opportunity providers overall, that you are allowed to approach and to contact for your sales purpose. And also you need to go through to see which one is the most suitable for the product, for the project that you're trying to open. If it's a GV, so which kind of GV project that you're trying to open, so you should look for the most appropriate NGO. If it's GT, so you should look for which company it's most suitable in terms of product to provide you with that service. Talking about once that you found the most suitable companies or most suitable opportunity provider for you, and that suits your requirements, and you can add it to your HPL list. And make sure that this approach in the moment, like, make sure that you don't dorm the contacts, you don't waive them, you don't forget about them. The HPL list needs to be updated on a daily basis. So every day you add new HPLs, every day you update them. Either they are interested, not interested, they should be removed from the HPL list, etc. And most important thing is that you don't forget to update the HubSpot, the page of that opportunity provider in HubSpot. You need to update if you logged any call, if you made any call with them, how was it, what was the output, etc. Any kind of notes, if you have any reminders or tasks to put for yourself, to remind yourself to do them with that target. And if you want, it depends on your LC, but if you want to use the tool to register the most important details and state of, so you can just like make a tool and put all the details, so you don't have to do every day, to open HubSpot and look for the tip for the company, etc. You can make a tool, and by the end of the week, you can just update HubSpot from that tool. It would make things much easier for you. And yes, that will be it. This is a brief explanation how to create your target list in the most suitable way. If you have any questions, you can approach me on email or on WhatsApp. I'm very approachable. I hope this session was fruitful for you. Thank you and have